drastic changes and we're turning our fund balances around, and if we do this with the muni, it would make a drastic change in some balances for next year. I guess I personally would like to see us stay under 2% increase and maybe push towards that zero and ride the increase in LGA and whatever the property tax values are. If we can. If it's not financially prudent, then we'll take another look at it. So
2% expense increase or levy increase?
2% expense.
Increase?
2% or under. So whatever, if we were at $750,000 last year was our budgeted number, whatever it was. And
Well, that was what we levied for.
That was
That's
levy,
not
yeah.
actual expenses.
okay. I guess what I'm saying is I'd like to see our levy numbers stay flat. And we'll ride the increase in the property values
I agree on
and
that.
the LGA.
What was our total budget last year?
If our, go ahead.
Is that what you're talking about? You're talking about levy?
Yeah, no, I think I straightened out what I was talking about
Yeah.
there. Does that understand?
So what we levied for taxes would stay the same. Our LGA is gonna go up,
Yeah.
so we'll take that,
Put that in general fund.
and
Our-
then,
What I'm saying is our tax rate, that we levy.
yep, the
should
tax
stay
rate
the same.
stays the same.
And if there's an increase to work with there.
It's
if
because
our
of property values.
values have gone up.
Okay.
I understand that we can't stay at a static budget every year.
Right.
If that's not going to happen, then we need to readdress it.
Well, that at least gives us something to start with.
That's
As a
just one opinion.
I'm just in response, that's what we did in Victoria. We said, your property value, your tax base is rising this much, it generates this much money. Take that and leave it, and by doing so, actually, the tax rate declines by doing
That's
that.
what I'm getting at.
Even though you say it's gonna stay the same, it does actually start to come down, because you can't really pencil it all in.
So if we know the property values are going up, and, we can levy, say, $760,000 instead of $740,000, and it won't make any difference to the
To
taxpayer.
the tax rate, right.
Because the values have gone up.
Right.
So we can generate more revenue that way, without hurting any.
And plus we're getting the extra 25, supposedly in LGA.
Yeah, 18 to 20.
18 to 25. I mean, we're talking small numbers at the end of the budget.
So, you know, I heard that they're going to readjust the property values. They're gonna get that done here in the city in 6 weeks. Maybe we ought to see if the property value is gonna go up or down. We don't know yet.
Well, I thought they went down. On the forms that came out with our other property tax statements and stuff, I thought the values went down.
Yeah. But now they're going to reassess the homes. I was just told that today.
Well, we'll find out from the auditor, or the assessor.
Yeah.
That'll give us an idea of what's gonna happen. Plus, we've got some buildings that came online, John Doll's new. He came online last year, so he'll be fully taxed this year. That'll come into the value.
What is it that targets or triggers the automatic review like that? Is it
I'll tell you what triggered this one was,
5 sales or 3 sales over a certain amount, a certain percentage?
Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
formula.
If their formula is met, and that, or if they just have a sense that what is it, under 90 or over 120%, whatever that,
Something like.
yeah, whatever, if they're under or over, then they do a citywide.
They
Well,
have to go by
understand
what
it.
they call qualified sales, and some
Yeah.
years we don't have any.
Right.
You know, like a commercial sale or something, if we don't have any, then they have to kinda go out a little further
Yeah.
and look.
And that skews the numbers.
Well, I don't, I think Mark's approach would be fine with me.
To hold it at zero.
We know that there's gonna be a little bit of extra LGA, not a lot, a little. We don't know for sure necessarily what the impact is gonna be across all of the funds yet, but we know that water, sewer, electric, they're all trending in the right direction anyway.
And they're not supported by taxes anyway.
Right, but I mean, they should be in a position where they could maybe start to repay some funds, right? Did I understand that correctly? No?
No,
Not for a while yet.
because the only cash that's in there right now is what's required fund balance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Especially for sewer.
But we'll get to that
But-
point, yeah. It's just, again,
I thought the sewer was the only one that was in real dire
slow and
straits.
steady. Sewers have got that 800,000 out, or 600,000 outlier.
The general fund too should be another, what, 700,000?
Well, should be another 100,000 in it anyway.
But I'm
It's gonna
talking,
be
I'm
another
talking about,
166,000.
I'm talking about when it becomes adequate.
It would need about another 100,000 to become adequate,
Yeah.
Roger, to bid it at that 30
Yeah,
something
they
percent.
hit the 30.
Yeah.
But that's pretty thin margin right there. But we're at 17, so.
I agree, I would like to see the 166 just put in there and clean it up, I guess, but that's,
Well, we can run that analysis and
Yeah.
see if it makes sense. Or we just say we'll do it over a couple of years.
yeah.
I think as long as we address it.
So I'll go along with Mark as well.
Or figure out a way for the liquor store building to start making money for you.
Well, that would be ideal. Maybe, it can, I don't know.
You might. The difficulty there is once it starts making money, we have to pay taxes on it. It's gonna be assessed very high,
Yes.
and that was the trouble we ran into trying to open up the liquor store before to the private companies, is the triple net lease just was not gonna work out. We would've lost money.
I guess
Right,
that's what
no.
my question, whether or not it would be legal to, ethical, moral in the eyes of the state to transfer to the EDA. I don't know exactly how that can be done, but,
It can.
But I don't think it really changes any of the rules.
No, and I think FEMA would look at that a lot better than if we transferred it to XYZ Corporation to do other business in there.
yeah. But that's what I mean, if it doesn't change any of the rules, what do we gain?
Yeah.
What have we gained?
Yeah, besides the book entry.
Well, I think that's significant to get that, not only to close that deficit out, because everybody looks at that when you're trying to issue bonds. Oh, you got an enterprise fund that's in deficit, that's not good. And also, it allows the EDA maybe to be a little bit more creative with the use of that building.
But you could task the EDA with that right now without, I mean, you wouldn't actually turn any kind of an ownership over to them anyway. It's still always gonna belong to the city.
Of course.
So they could still always be tasked with that as, figure out something to do with it, you know?